All right, hey everyone, it's Ben from the Warehouse Underground, Real Talk for warehouse, DC, and FC professionals of all levels around the globe. I'm on site today in Columbus, Indiana with Toyota Material Handling North America. I'm at the ribbon cutting ceremony of their brand new 295,000 square foot manufacturing facility. Now, we had a chance to tour some of the site yesterday and saw the distribution center was very cool. The place is absolutely amazing. So I have a special guest with me today. This is Mike Field. He is the Chief Operating Officer at Toyota Material Handling North America. And Mike, before we get too far into the interview, I just want to say, spectacular facility. You and whoever else was involved in the creation and the build and the implementation of this should be insanely proud. This is one of the most impressive facilities I've ever seen in my life. So kudos to you before we start.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. So
we're very proud of it. There was a lot of work, obviously, and planning that went into it, and it's executed very, very well. So we're very happy.
Amazing. So you're a Chief Operating Officer at Toyota Material Handling. So that seems like a very big scope, very broad. So talk to me what a day in the life is like for you and your role here.
Yeah, so as Chief Operations Officer, I'm really involved in a lot of the things that make the entire operation work. So very much involved in the information systems and the engineering systems and the aftermarket systems, all of the connection points that help the plants run correctly, help the sales and marketing organizations work correctly, and of course administration and all the other pieces that go with that.
Yeah. Now, as the facility goes, tell me about the journey of it, because I know when you get into a facility like this, we see the icing on the cake and everything looks amazing. But talk to me about what it was like from conception to today, because I know working in ops that things do not go perfect. I know there was probably some headwind along the way. So what was that journey like for you?
So you can probably imagine at Toyota, we're planners. Yeah. So we're looking to the future, trying to understand, how do we solve customers' problems? Yeah. How do we understand the market? Where is the market going? And we've been looking, at where things have been evolving over time for a long time. And we've seen, the change from IC to electric occurring and continuing to grow. Or we're even watching what's going on in Europe. Yeah. And we're in the 70% range here in North America. Europe's already at 80%. There's a huge electrification with CARB and all of the other different drivers. So we really looked at the facilities that we have and said, how are we going to deal with this growth and the projections that we had? So we put pencil to paper and came up with a concept of how we should do this, and doing this from a Toyota Material Handling North America standpoint to support both the Toyota brand and the Raymond brand in the distribution channel. So it's a big deal to put that all together and make it work right, and we're very proud of where we are right now with the facility.
It's amazing. Now, let me ask this question, because we took a tour. The tour was amazing, but that's not ultimately why we build facilities. I mean, no. The facility is a production tool for Toyota Material Handling. So what about impact? I mean, talk to me about the impact that your customers will feel downstream, new capabilities and increased in capabilities. So what are they expecting?
Well, I'm not sure what they're expecting other than excellence, which is what we always try to deliver. But, our approach was to say that we're going to build this new facility, and guess what? There's a model change or a model update in the offing that we have to manage. Yeah. So we decided to finish out the production of the existing model in the Green, New York facility, and then bring the new updated design here to the new facility. So with that, you get new tooling, all of the things kind of align well as we go forward. At the same time, it's built upon a great platform from the existing stand-up counterbalance truck. And we've just improved it. We just made it better. We listened to our customers and tried to fix as many things and maybe delight them with the new design.
Yeah, I would say I'm very familiar with the products, obviously, that you use. And now to get a look behind the scenes at how it's made and produced was absolutely eye-watering for me. I mean, I've been in some very impressive facilities in my day, but this is right up there. I mean, in the very top.
We're so proud to hear that. I mean, that's music to our ears. So thank you.
Now, let me ask this question to you, because I follow you on LinkedIn. I follow Toyota Material Handling North America and Raymond and everybody. And there's a phrase that I've heard you talk about before, and that is the rhythm of the warehouse. Now, that seems like a little bit like a cosmic term, a little bit, but can you explain to me what the rhythm of the warehouse is and why it's so important for you to remember it?
So the rhythm of the warehouse is that, every warehouse, distribution center, or even manufacturing facility kind of has its own vibe of how it works and doesn't work, and what do you have to watch out for, and other things that just are easier to do. So what we try to do is think about how are we supporting the customer with lean thinking, taking what we learn in our factories every day from TPS and applying that to a warehouse and distribution center. And really, becoming a partner. Yeah. If all we are is a transactional vendor with our customers, I don't think we're adding the value that we can bring. So that's really the rhythm of the warehouse, is applying our technologies like iWarehouse and My Insights to gather information and then have conversations with the customer to say, how can we improve this? We're observing, this challenge maybe in this department or this location or this comparison of locations, and suddenly you get insights. Yeah. And, you drive that to run better and manage smarter, which is one of the slogans from the Raymond brand.
Yep. Yeah, that's a term that I've used on a lot of podcast episodes, or a term I use, operational realities. Yep. I mean, there's the pie in the sky, but then there's the reality of what it's really like as that operator on the floor. And it sounds like rhythm of the warehouse is basically that. It means basically the same thing. It's how important it is to really understand the true reality they're in. And then that's how hey, here's a solution I can provide for you. It's based on what you're really going through.
And I can imagine in your daily life that, you're often measured by what's your worst possible day. And we want to make your worst possible day not so bad by understanding what the customer needs and making sure that we're heading off problems before they become really big issues.
Yeah. Well, this has been one of my best possible days. Material handling.
Well, great.
I have to say. So one last question before we go. Because I'm in supply chain and distribution, I'm prone to the next step. Yep. The next big thing. So here we are at a ribbon cutting ceremony, but I got to ask you, what does the future look like? The next 2 years, the next 5 years? What do you expect the expansion to be for you?
Well, we expect, the electrification to continue to grow. There's lots of political and other evolutionary things underway at this point, but we know we need to move there. We know that we'll solve the problems of energy supply, and electrification will become more a part of what we're doing. So we're trying to stay very in tune with that, making sure that the products are efficient, that they're using the latest generation in technology. But the facility that we're celebrating here, is built to be modular, so we can expand it if we need to grow, and we will. So really, it's about using the information from our actual customers' facilities to understand the here and now, but also understand how to apply AI tools and how it affects the customers, and what are maybe some of the do's and don'ts of how do we apply this, and thinking forward about what is the best strategic step, not just a tactical response to what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it, because now, that's how ops leaders and the facilities, warehouses, they're thinking 2 to 5 years down the road too. And so I think it's crucial that they have a partner like Toyota Material Handling that also is in that same vein with them. And here we go. Yes. Now we're off to the races for some good stuff. So
very cool.
Mike, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to come up here and the tours and a chance to cover this. It's been an absolute honor. Like I said in the intro, the place is amazing, fantastic. I encourage everybody to come take a tour of this facility, and best of luck to you. And
thank you.
This is a really exciting day.
Thank you.
Exciting time for Toyota Material Handling. And I'm just happy to be a very small part of it. So thank you again.
Thank you so much for inviting me to have this conversation. And there's a lot to come. And Toyota is continuing to invest as we go forward. So Toyota Advanced Logistics can help us in that path as well. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. Stay tuned for my next special guest. I'm going to go try to find somebody else out in the hallway later on. There's more folks here to talk to, so check back soon for more information from the Warehouse Underground, live on site today at Toyota Material Handling in Columbus, Indiana.